Dave, take
What's
it.
up, guys? We're live.
Can you believe that she took that whole thing? I mean, that was amazing.
Just like Dave with this microphone.
To the elbow.
What's up, YouTube?
Oh, hey.
YouTube. What's good?
How's it going?
It's going real good. I feel like I'm the only schmo here with my camera on. Like, I'm the only one. I can only see me. Dave has nothing going on. The Fossil's got nothing going on.
Bro, pull up the YouTube page.
Oh.
It's on delay, Dave.
God damn it, Dave.
I mean, it is on delay, but that's just the nature of things.
Hey, Josh, have you seen me with my glasses on yet? My old man glasses?
Nope.
No.
I haven't.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see it, Fossil. Let's see if you actually got some lights on in there so I can actually see shit. Dude, I can't see shit, bro.
I can't. I cannot see a thing, dude.
Like, turn your fucking flashlight on your phone. Oh. Look at the human fossil, man.
Yeah, no.
Look at
you got some readers there, huh? Did you get those from the gas station around the corner?
Walmart, man.
Oh shit.
Looking fossilized.
I mean, if I want to read, I got to be able to have my glasses on.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Dave. This looks pretty good.
All right. I changed up the kind of look of the. I actually did something today. All right.
Oh, you did,
Good
Dave.
for you, Dave. First for everything.
Let's see what this garbage looks like. I don't know what you changed, Dave.
All right.
Are those
Garbage.
are those bifocals there, Fossil?
No, man, I wasn't going to pay for the extra. I just take them off when I watch TV. I'm cheap.
Well, look,
You
when
know,
when this Doge goes to the moon, Fossil, I'll get you a real subscription, all right?
The Doge, baby.
Hey, everybody! If we can, while you're out there, you know, this is not a official sponsor, but you know, you should buy Doge.
Do it. Take it to the moon.
Do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Take it to the moon. We do not give financial advice. Please do not listen to a bunch of
exactly. We are not financially responsible
at all.
Not even with our own money.
That's right. All right.
How's everybody's week been?
Yeah, it's been good.
Works all right. It's nice outside. Hasn't gotten stupid hot yet.
Yeah, I've been on a little bit of a vacation this week, so it's good. I went to Lake Charles and lost some money gambling.
That's always good.
Luckily, Amanda won some money gambling, so we left pretty much even.
About flat. All right, that's good stuff, man. Good.
Yeah, I only go with money to lose because that's all I do.
Yeah.
Is lose.
My problem is I play like cheap penny slots because I'm just trying to stretch my money out.
Yeah, just keep bringing me the free screwdrivers. That's pretty much what I do.
You don't deep dive into like any type of poker or any type of game that involves skill.
I've played some blackjack, but
yeah, blackjack's the only one that I'll play. But if you get on the wrong table and you're on the wrong end of the table and you got some assholes on the table with you, they take it all. They take all the fun out of it.
See, that right there is exactly my point because I'm probably that asshole because I don't know anything about playing at the table. Like I'm just playing.
Yeah, see that's
this guy.
That's me and you, but you'll have other people on the table and be like, "Why'd you just hit? I could have used that card. You got to pass it around. You got to make the dealer bust." You know, it's like, dude, I'm just trying to beat the dealer. I don't give two shits about you guys.
Yeah. This is not a WoW pug group, okay?
Yeah.
Like the only loot table I'm running, I'm master loot on this motherfucker, okay?
Me.
Speaking of WoW, Dave, what's up? Let's pull this trigger right now. Let's jump back into Azeroth. Come on.
There's just absolutely no chance that would happen.
Dave, I already talked to Sally. It's all good.
Look,
here's the thing.
We're gonna pre-salvo. We're gonna get to our World of Warcraft podcast, but just in case, an off chance that somebody's listening to this that works for Blizzard, I will quit my job and play WoW full time for $75,000 a year, and I will live stream every second I log on.
Which, knowing your history when you did play this game, Jason, that's
pretty much what happened.
That's about 40, 50 plus hours a week.
Yeah. He'll legit put that time in. Dude,
Absolutely.
so I interviewed. We were interviewing for a position at my store this week, and I interviewed this guy that he's a professional Fortnite player.
What?
Yeah. So not
What?
only is it, huh?
I was gonna say like professional, as in not making enough money not to need a job.
Yeah. So, so not only is he a professional Fortnite player, he's also a coach of professional Fortnite players. And so what he does is he works a day job, whatever. Comes home. He's telling us all this during the interview. Come home, listen, got a wife, got to take care of the wife. So after I satisfy the wife, I then go to to do my coaching after I've laid her down. His main student, who he only coaches after 10 p.m., is a 13-year-old boy.
This is
who just won a championship in Fortnite and is now being sponsored and part of a team making $30K a year plus whatever sponsors he gets at 13.
Jesus.
So this guy who coaches him, he doesn't make $30K a year then.
He is imminently about to join a team that will pay him 30-something K a year.
So then why does, not to draw this out, but man, you got me hooked now. Like what is the why have the job then?
Well, because it's 30K, Dave. Who's living on 30K?
I'm making the assumption that this dude still lives at home with his parents.
I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
No,
Hey,
this guy is if I had to guess, I would say, because you can't ask age in an interview, but if I had to guess, I'd say this guy is 30.
Gotcha.
Which doesn't mean he's not living at home with his parents, but I don't think he is.
Gotcha.
I didn't get that feeling.
Jason, if this was an auction and you were going for $75K to play World of Warcraft professionally with Blizzard, and if I was competing against you, I'd easily come in at 65 and just take that from you.
Well,
I mean, here's the problem, Dave, is you're not going to put in the work.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, if that's my only job, fuck yeah, I will.
No,
Dave, you only have one job and you're working from home, pulling your dick, doing nothing.
That's not true.
Yeah, Dave. If Dave's boss is out there watching this,
Dave, well, like YFAG will be like, babe, I'm getting $75,000 a year. I don't care.
Yeah, give
right.
a fuck. Plus, dude, you ain't gonna level up all those professions,
dude.
The human fossil is a motherfucking he's a player's guide,
dude.
This
is why Jason can never play that game again. That's like
exactly.
That's like somebody who was addicted to fucking black tar heroin, like the worst type of heroin ever. He was addicted to it for years.
What's the good heroin?
I don't know. I just
is it the Madman?
Whatever it is, and that's like somebody's addicted to it for years. He kicks it, and then you're coming into the room. You're like, hey, bro, I know you struggle with this. It's free. Here, have a taste. And he's like, no, I can't. It'll ruin everything.
What if I pay you to do
Let me get the needle for you. Let me get the needle for you.
Well, this guy's a little bit more of a casual player anyway, so he wouldn't fit. Because it was so funny. The conversation was like, yeah, man, like these guys take it so seriously. Like it's just a game. And I was like, don't. I was like, guys, I was the rage guy in my group. Like I was the guy who was like, don't fucking say it's just a game. Don't fucking do it.
Bro, I remember specific conversation. I forget.
Richard Silva said it.
Yes. He said, he's like,
oh, I'm in court.
He's like, dude, it's just a game. And you're like, Richard, if it's just a game, log the fuck off. This is not a game to me. This is not a game to me. Dude, you were fucking not fucking around.
This is not just a fucking game. I don't fucking spend hours fucking flying around Alderaan picking up ore for just a fucking game.
No, it's more to that to it's more to that to me. Which sounds so fucking lame when you say it back, but it's so true.
Oh my god! All right, so that's just a taste of our World of Warcraft.
Yes.
Look, I think if you just piece together all of our conversations before the podcast, you can just make that the podcast.
I mean, look, we're basically gonna just retell all of these stories in podcast form,
100%,
which is fine, and we'll be laughing the whole time, and it'll probably be our least downloaded episode.
That's okay.
We might have to, we might legit have to break this up into 2 podcasts. A part
But
1.
we have to put some structure on it.
Yeah,
we have to have categories. Like, let's talk about pugs for a second.
I hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Unica. Remember Unica?
Get out of the fire.
Get out of the fire.
Get out of the fire. Get out of the fire.
Oh, sorry.
Unica's dead.
Sorry.
Let's talk about whoever got lucky enough to pug with us whenever we were only 4 people and we needed a 5th when we were doing 5-mans.
Oh, dude, when we were fucking running,
how many are we gonna do? All of them?
Yeah,
yeah. We like hey guys, I remember just for out of boredom. Hey guys, y'all want to do dungeons tonight? Which one? Like every
all
one
of
of them. All right, just casually okay. How long? How fast do you think we can do them all? 2.5 hours.
Couple hours. Yeah. except for the Oculus, we didn't do the Oculus.
Nah, skip that.
Fuck
skip
that shit.
We would sometimes try to sprinkle that one in. They're like, I don't want to get all them dragons. Fuck that shit.
That's a sucky dungeon.
Yeah. Look, if I could just fly my own dragon up to the top of wherever I'm going and then just get on my feet, I'd be okay. Or if I could just fight on top of my dragon, I'd rather do that.
Man, only if you had a proto Drake.
Yeah.
I think I had one.
I mean, I think we all got the time walking.
Yeah, if
is
only
it the
if
bronze
you had
drink?
The blue proto Drake.
What was the? I had it because I'm good. What was the Drake in Calling of Strathhome? Was that the bronze Drake?
Well, that was just a black Drake. It wasn't a proto Drake.
It was a black Drake though, but that was a
we
bonus
all
boss.
We all got that one. I think I had a proto Drake, but I mean, I had the Sands of Time one, so I could just turn myself into a dragon.
Okay.
That was 50,000 gold.
Anyway,
down the drain.
Hey.
What are we gonna? I think we should call that podcast 90 silver.
Dude, you got 90 silver?
Yeah.
For what?
Hey,
I was thinking we call it the culling of World of Warcraft.
Okay. All right.
You're like, I mean, I won't give it to you, but I'll trade it to you.
So this story. Oh, fuck you, Dave. You fucking asshole. This story starts with a gift of 90 silver.
And it ends in an everlasting friendship.
Yeah.
Didn't Habby tell us he loved us after we downed the Lich King?
That's right.
I love you guys. Oh my god.
Yeah, Dave, what was it? It was ore, wasn't it? That you were gonna try and fucking sell me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I try to remember the kind. Not titanium.
As if it matters.
Yeah. Dude, I said, man, I'll sell it to you for like half of what I could get on the auction house. Dude, you were so fucking... I don't even know if you barely talked to me the rest of that night. You were so fucking mad. I think it was mithril ore. It might have been mithril.
Thank God that we didn't have like cameras so that we could all like video chat we were playing the game.
Dude, that'd have been gold, man.
I feel like Josh's face was red right when I fucking asked for money.
Dude, we'd have been big on fucking Twitch.
Dude,
Jesus.
no joke. We were just a little too early. Like, had we streamed on Twitch, we would still be streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
like we would still be playing WoW. I don't know if we'd be married and stuff, but you know, we'd be on. Actually, maybe because we'd be having lots of fucking money.
Lots of money.
Yeah, one of the top Twitch streamers that I watch, all he does is play WoW. That dude makes like $30K a month.
That's crazy.
Do it, Jason. Do it.
Yeah. Only you stream, Jason, and then give us some of that money.
And then give me $90,000 instead of 90 gold. I mean 90 silver.
Josh.
I mean, I bought the repair mount.
What are our categories here? You got to remind me.
Yeah. So hold on. We got favorite scenes, favorite character, least favorite character. Roy Batty Award for overacting. What's aged poorly? What's aged well? And is this movie rewatchable?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna.
I don't have anybody in the overacting award yet.
Neither do I.
I don't.
Now that you mentioned it.
I don't either, because I think the acting is actually good.
That's very good.
Damn, I don't know if I do have an overacting one.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna tell you right now. Let's see. I gotta think. All right.
I did get a couple of interesting tidbits. Well, I got one main tidbit that was I thought was pretty cool that I'll share with you guys once we get into this.
Dev, we're ready to start here or what?
Oh, we've been ready, dude. We've been live on YouTube this whole time, so.
Oh, I know that. I mean, we're ready to start the pod.
I'm ready whenever you are, dude.
Pull it. You said you were working on something over there.
Oh no, I was just typing up something for myself. Yeah, but you can go. You can go whenever.
All right. Hey, for those YouTubers out there, next week, stick around. We're going to be doing the whole season 1 recap of Invincible on Amazon. So you got 1 week to watch 8 episodes.
Did you watch the finale?
I'm watching it tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll let you know. All right, here we go.
Pull it. Mr. Rick coming in.
Consecration. Hello, and welcome to Three Guys and a Mic presents a comprehensive review of the American Film Institute's top 100 films, number 93, The French Connection. I'm your co-host, The Human Dart, along with
Jason Tsunami
and David Disaster.
Dude, that was like we were professional.
Hey, you know what? I'm just glad you guys could actually say your own names this week. I didn't have to fucking carry your asses.
Look, I don't even know, Jason, you might need to tell that story. I don't even know what you were laughing at.
It was you and your stupid face on this camera trying to get Josh to fuck up.
Yeah, okay.
I listened to that podcast on my way to work day before yesterday, and I started laughing at myself laughing in my truck on the way to work. I was dying. I thought I was gonna have to pull over.
That's funny.
I'm glad you guys find it's funny to be unprofessional and make me do all the work.
Hey, I thought we were really professional.
Hey, man. Hey, Josh, you know what? It's because you're the tank. We know you can take it, okay?
That's right. That's right. Team, look, after a short little hiatus away from this process, we're back on the AFI list. Yep. Who's excited?
I am. I'm not excited for this movie.
We'll
get into it a little bit. But
listen, let me give everybody just a quick taste real quick, because look, Dave has a problem with every movie on this list because he just can't appreciate art. Okay,
that's not true. That's not true at all. The previous movie we did, Pulp Fiction, I gave it a fucking 10. A fucking 10.
A fucking 10. Let me tell you guys a little story. So coming up here in a little while, okay, we're only at 93, so we got a little ways to go. Number 50, okay, right in the middle. That's going to be Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, okay? That's the newest movie on the list. We all know visually stunning, okay?
And it's spoiler alert from 2 years from now. It's going to get a good score, aggregate score from us.
It will, for sure, right? Looks great, sounds great, and the whole thing. The next movie on the list.
Oh, I showed Jason that movie.
So it's called Intolerance, okay?
Intolerable.
Yeah, from 1916. So I said, you know what? Let me just see if it's even like we may have a problem with this movie because maybe we can't even rent it like Super Mario Brothers, right?
Yeah.
So my intention is just go see if it's even rentable. Bro, it's streaming on Amazon. I'm like,
You're
holy
in.
shit. Let's give it a go. Holy shit. 3 hours of a fucking silent movie. It's so
3
bad.
hours?
It's 3 hours and
Oh
15
my
minutes, Fossil.
God.
So, hey, for those interested, if you're still with us here in about a year or two, come on back. Intolerance. Yeah. By the way, somehow has a higher score on IMDb than like half the movies on this list.
Jesus.
No big deal. No big deal. And somehow is deemed to be better than Lord of the Rings. Also better than Shawshank Redemption, Pulp Fiction, Goodfellas, Private Ryan, Forrest Gump, Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Jesus.
Rocky.
Ugh. It's a travesty.
So, hey, anyway, man, look, after talking about Intolerance and how bad that's going to be, fucking French Connection. This shit's like a 10, man.
Look, I watched about 65 seconds of Intolerance.
Did you?
Yeah.
While
I was on the phone with
live
Jason
chatting with me.
And I was like, oh God, Jason, this shit is worse than I thought. This shit is
I turned it on the other night. Yeah, I turned it on the other night. I was like, Amanda, check this movie out. We're going to be talking about this pretty soon. And we're watching it, and she's like, what the fuck is this? Where are the fucking words? I'm like, yeah.
Dude, how fast do those words disappear off the screen?
Bro, I feel stupid. I feel like I can't read good or something.
Maybe we need to build you a
It's read well out there for those people. I was just making a joke. Hey, anyway, we're not here to talk about, intolerables, intolerance, and whatever. We're here to talk about the motherfucking French Connection. Gene Hackman, right. 1971.
Yep.
Yeah. Fossil.
70s films.
Yes. Fossil. Hit us with that motherfucking recap here, and then I'll give everybody some stats and shit, and we can get going.
All right. So the French Connection. It's a 1971 American action thriller. Let's see. It's based on a 1969 nonfiction book, The French Connection, same title. It tells the story of two New York Police Department detectives, Jimmy Popeye Doyle and Buddy Cloudy Russo.
Jimmy.
He said that shit like that.
Exactly. Well, they were narcotics detectives. Yes, in pursuit of a wealthy French heroin smuggler. I'm not sure if I'm going to butcher this name, but Elaine Charnier.
I just assumed it was Alan.
Okay, maybe. The film stars Gene Hackman and Fernando Rey.
Yeah, and Roy Scheider.
Roy Scheider.
Yeah, Roy Scheider. Yeah, Scheider, or is it Schneider?
It's Scheider. There's no N.
Okay. This also has a sequel that is totally fiction.
Yeah. I'm sure parts of this movie are fiction as well, but
I'm interested in checking it out.
This movie is loosely based on actual events. It's been Hollywood up.
All right. So, hey, The French Connection came out in 1971. It was made for a budget of $1.8 million.
Whew.
It grossed $51.7 million worldwide.
That is a big return.
So, nice return there for those guys. This movie did well. This movie did real well at the Oscars here. It won the Oscar for Best Picture. It won the Oscar for Best Director, which is William Friedkin, which, by the way, same guy who directed The Exorcist.
Yep.
Yeah. Won the Oscar for Best Actor for Gene Hackman, for Best Writing, and Best Editing. Now, the movie was also nominated for a few other Oscars, including Best Cinematography, Dave.
Yep, that's right.
And Best Sound. And both of those categories they lost to a movie called Fiddler on the Roof.
Okay.
And our main man, Roy Scheider, was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. But who did he lose to, Fossil?
Shit, I don't know.
He lost to Ben Johnson, who played Sam the Lion in The Last Picture Show.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That
Yep.
was the same year.
Same year.
I'm trying to think of which one I would have given the award to.
Sam the Lion. I mean, I like Gene Hackman. I like Gene Hackman in general.
No.
Hey,
No,
Roy
this is
Scheider. Roy Scheider.
yeah. This is Cloudy.
Oh, okay, Cloudy. Yes. Yeah, hands down, Sam the Lion. I thought.
I don't know.
I thought Scheider Jaws was good.
Yeah.
Not great.
I think it's debatable, but I mean, they were both nominated, so
Yeah, they're both good performances. I think I still go Sam the Lion.
They both got an invite.
Yeah. So those are some of the quick stats there. So fucking French Connection. Dave, you seem to be the most outspoken about how much you hate this movie. So go ahead and just tell us about your experience here watching it this week.
okay. I won't get into it too much because Jason gets mad when I tell all my problems at the very beginning of this podcast. But overall, I'll say that I have some problems with this movie. Problems that I'm sure will come up naturally throughout this thing, and I think the back half of the movie saves the movie overall and makes it kind of just recommendable, like just there.
Do you want to give our shit scores now or later?
But now,
Well, then in that case, my shitometer score. Quick reminder: lower is better, and anything 50 or below would be considered generally speaking, a recommendation.
Yes.
So my score is a 48.
All right. Josh, you want to go?
Yeah. So I didn't get a chance to watch this movie until late in the week, but I did get 2 watches in, so I feel good about that. Dave hit me up early in the week. He's like, "Hey man, have you watched this piece of shit yet?" And I was like, "Nah, I haven't had time." He's like, "Man, I'm stuck on like the first 45 minutes. I've tried it 3 times and I can't get through it." So that didn't give me a lot of hope for the movie. And I would tell you, when I put it on, I watched it. I was pretty much sucked in from the minute it came on through all the way to the end of the movie. Like I didn't pick up my phone. I was pretty dialed in. I read some stuff about it after Dave kind of got me worried. I started reading some reviews on the movie, and it gave me hold on one second. Sorry, it gave me very Blade Runner type vibes, where a lot of the feedback was it's made to be very realistic.
Yeah.
And it's not like really like an action movie per se, like it's more procedural. So that got me worried because I was not a big Blade Runner fan, but I would tell you, I thought the movie was entertaining. It's slow, and there are parts in the movie where, I mean, there's like, it's comical. Like they're just following people around, or they're just sitting in the car watching this other car. And it's like, I get it. Like that's what really happens. But like, I'm not sure I want to watch a movie where 10 minutes of this movie is these 2 guys sitting in the car watching this other car.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And there's a lot of that in the beginning part of the movie.
Yeah, dude, it's all the way throughout. How many times are they following around people on foot in this movie? It's nonstop. Yeah. So there's definitely some things that are probably a little dated, but overall, I felt like the movie was good, and it's 100% carried by Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman is very good in this movie. But I would say overall, I enjoyed the movie. Dave, I also gave this movie a 48.
Look at you.
This is a recommend for me.
All right.
And I agree with Dave though. The back half of this movie, I would say everything from the car chase on is certainly the best part of the movies.
All right. Well, this movie is not terrible. Of all the movies we have watched thus far on this AFI list, I would say this was the hardest for me to grade for our shitometer score. Were there flaws? Yes. Was the story good for the most part? Yes. The fact that it's based, although loosely, on actual events improved the grade. Josh, I think, is the one that told me that this is loosely based on actual events.
Yep.
And so I looked it up, and it is. And for for that reason alone, it went from somewhere in the 50s to a 44 on the shitometer for me.
Yep.
Nice. I would recommend this, but I would tell anybody that I recommend this to that this is based on a true story or based on actual events.
So that gives this movie a 46.7 aggregate score, which puts it just underneath, meaning worse than, worse than Blade Runner. So that is third. This is third on our third from the bottom.
I'd like to change my score to a 28, please.
No, it's locked in, man.
God damn it. God damn it.
Yeah,
all right.
Blade Runner has a 46. This one has a 46.7. So this is this is kind of in that almost no man's land, in terms of a recommendation. I think some people will probably think, man, they watch the movie and like, man, these guys really didn't like, this movie was way better than these guys said it was. And I think other people will say, man, this movie is trash. Like, this is not good at all. So
yeah, I agree. It's going to be an in between.
I just to get a barometer on this movie, I asked my mother, who was big, in the 70s, as far as, living the life and watching movies and shit. And she said this movie was shit.
God damn.
She said it was fucking garbage.
She said this is like a 90 on the shitometer, huh?
Basically, I was like, okay, well, all right then. And I could not get the wife to watch this.
I don't know. Like I said, I try to grade these pretty hard, and I enjoyed this movie. So
there are parts that I
about
like.
My score.
Yeah, there are parts that I liked about it. There are things that I had issues with that we'll get to.
Yep.
It is a methodical, plotting movie, and it does play as like a realistic styled film instead of just like bing bang boom action.
Yeah, dude, is Gene Hackman? Is he like the most underrated actor of all time?
Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier. The issue, because I like Gene Hackman.
I have this and aged well, but I just wanted to talk about it.
I feel like there's a couple of problems with Gene Hackman. Is that I like him, and he plays him like in most of his roles.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I think if you like him, you like him, and if you don't, you just don't, because he doesn't have a big range, or he's never been asked to be, play a big range of in the roles.
Yeah, I think ultimately too, I think the problem is twofold. Like this dude, so he's 41 when this movie's filmed, and he looks older than 41.
Yeah,
like this dude perpetually looks old as fuck.
Yeah, I would say that's probably, and that is what I was thinking about earlier. I was like, the part of his problem, I think, is he probably didn't have a chance to play, like be 40, 50, 60 years old and land a film like, Taken.
Yeah.
Like he perpetually going balder and balder every film he goes in.
Yeah.
So he's
just not a good looking guy.
Well, he was probably 30. He was probably 30 and playing somebody's, some teenager's dad.
Yeah.
But he's great.
Look, I think this is the youngest Gene Hackman I've ever seen.
What year did Hoosiers come out? Hoosiers was way later, huh?
Maybe in the 80s. Let me look. But like he's in Unforgiven, but that's in the 90s, and then like The Replacements, the funny football movie, but he's a little older in that one, and The Quick and the Dead. I mean, there's a lot of movies that I've seen more. I guess they're more modern, but man, he just looks old as shit. I mean, even in Wyatt Earp, he looked old as fuck.
Yep.
Yeah. What was that movie I was looking up?
Hoosiers.
That's true. I'm sorry.
That's probably the
1986.
Okay, so yeah, this is by far the
youngest.
youngest I've seen Gene
But
Hackman.
dude, so you bring that up. That's 15 years apart. They look exactly the same.
I know. Yeah.
The dude like hit 40 and then stayed that look for like 20 years.
Dude, he's like the reverse Paul Rudd. Like Paul Rudd is just like he's like 50 something years old and still looks like he did when he was 25.
Yeah.
This guy was just old as shit. Like the minute he was fucking, he's like Benjamin Button.
Bro, like,
Well,
you watch the newest Ant-Man, and then you watch, like, Clueless, which is, like, the first Paul Rudd movie I ever saw.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, he's younger. Like, you can tell, but, like, it's not dramatic.
No.
Well, while we're on Gene Hackman, favorite character? You want to go into favorite character here?
Yeah, we could jump over favorite scene and go into it, but I don't have Hackman. Do you?
I mean, I think he's the obvious choice, so I tried to stay away from him.
Okay, well, I went with the obvious choice.
You went with Gino?
I went with Jimmy Doyle.
Yeah, Popeye.
Yeah, Popeye. I mean, he's, there are some problems with his character, but
yeah, he's incredibly racist.
yes,
You think?
for sure, right? But he is the driving force behind this movie, and it's he's the one that's highly motivated. Cloudy is just kind of along for the ride.
Hey man, don't talk about my favorite character like that.
I mean, well, I'm just saying, like, he's just riding with his partner, right? Like, he's just doing the partner thing. And
I know he's fucking Gene Hackman's trying to get him to go to a bar, and he's like, "Dude, I just want to go home." And then it turns into a fucking all night. Let's go sit on this guy and follow him around. I was like, "God damn it, dude!"
And then it turns into the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think if one of us, I think one of us has to pick Gene Hackman's character.
Hackman. Yeah.
It's. I mean, like I said, he won the best actor role for it. He did kill an FBI agent, and that was never explored. Even in the post credits, kind of montage stuff.
That's the cost of doing business, man.
I guess it almost feels like they had like 30 minutes. It's like they had 2 hours of movie, but instead of spending 30 minutes of the movie like after the stuff happens to like resolve everything, they had 30 minutes in the beginning of the movie that was complete waste of time.
So that was your favorite character, Dave?
Yeah, that's it.
yeah. I went with Cloudy. I went with his partner. I just felt like he did a good job. He had his back the whole time. Like I felt like he was almost as crazy as Popeye. He just didn't. He just wasn't as loud about it. But he was down to fuck. That's for sure.
Cloudy was down to fuck.
That's right.
I decided to go with complete opposite end of the spectrum, and I went with the big bad.
Alan, you went Alan Charnier,
or whatever his name is, the main supplier guy of our big bad from France. I mean, the dude is a big bad in the game of dope, apparently.
Yep.
He's done it all, seen it all, knows everything the cops are doing every step of the way. And then the dude gets away in the end.
Yeah. He's like thought to live in France.
He's a slippery motherfucker.
Yeah. And when he pulls the old okie dokie on Jimmy in the subway,
yeah.
I mean, he was made.
Yeah.
So do we want to circle back?
Yeah. Let's just do least favorite while we're here, and then we'll go back to favorite scene.
All right.
My least favorite I had was the Fed that Popeye fucking shoots, Molder Egg.
Why?
Dude, because all he's doing is fucking with Popeye the whole time.
Look, I have it right here. Least favorite, easy answer, Mulder.
My man.
All right. I mean, I had the same answer.
Oh! Dude, he's just fucking with Jimmy the whole time. Jimmy goes to a bar and with the power of perception sees what's going on and fucking ends up roping in the biggest drug dealer in the city. And this guy's just constantly fucking with him. And
fun fact, deal was for 121 pounds of heroin, which was a record at the time.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean you get
he goes through the. I know he literally goes through the entire role, through the picture, blaming him for some death of some cop.
Yeah.
Which, spoiler alert, happens again.
Yeah. Because he kills the shit out of that bitch.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Like he, like the whole time, like he's like you keep your gun in your
ankle.
On your ankle.
Yeah. and he's just like talks about how like, oh, so the girls, he rubs up against them, they won't know he's a cop. Like he's just a dickhead the whole time.
And look, like whether he fucking knew Jimmy was in that building or not, don't go popping your fucking head outside the doors like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you think Jimmy's supposed to do, man? He thinks that's he thinks it's frog number 1 in there.
I mean, my biggest issue with that scene is the fact he unloaded every round of that gun into that body.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, and then his partner, he's sitting there, he's checking his heart rate, and he's like, he's dead. And he was like, I saw frog number 1 go that way. I'm going.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't even blink.
Dude,
like,
he doesn't
kill.
He doesn't give a fuck, dude.
I like that, that he's 100% singular in his pursuit. And he's not going to let, some dickhead fucking derail him here.
While we're on that, though, how terrible of a plan did the cops have by, like, just
just lining up at one end of the bridge and not having somebody else on the other side to block them in?
Yeah.
Because I said to myself, surely, when they start backing up, surely there's cops on the other side. Like, they got this under control. And I'm like,
nope.
Oh, it's wide open. Interesting.
I know. And then it's just like willy-nilly chasing them through this abandoned warehouse, shooting left and right, like throwing tear gas in.
Why wouldn't they just, as soon as they saw him coming out of the bridge, they'd be like, hey, they're coming across the bridge. Okay, let's go really fast so they don't have time to turn around.
Yeah.
No,
because you had to get the wave.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, yes. Look, but there was quite a few things like that are in the movie, which are most of the issues that I have with the movie. Just small stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, let's go back and talk about favorite scenes real quick.
All right.
Dave, what's the first one that jumps out at you?
I mean, it's the car chase scene. I mean, it's the terrible assassin who gets killed scene. You can call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't know how this dude straight up kills this mother of a child.
Yeah.
I mean, and then fucking my favorite character, he's like, no, leave her be, go.
Well, yeah, he's trying to save the other lives, Dave.
I guess if you want to say so.
Dave, but, have you not seen Enemy at the Gates?
I mean, I have, but
well, they shoot people, but they just shoot them to wound them, so more people come to try to help them, and then they kill those people that come back.
Hey, can we just say that guy is awful at sniping, apparently, because he missed Hackman from maybe 250 feet.
Yeah.
Also, like, I feel like, and I was thinking this after the fact, had he just waited, because Hackman was going in the direction that would have given him a better shot. Like,
yeah, he was headed right towards him.
Yeah, had he just waited.
They got to get the movie going, Dave.
That's true. Okay, so as far as the chase scene, I thought it was really good, really well done.
Let's not no-sell this car chase. So
no, he fucking steals this car from some random. Steal. I'm sorry. He what is the technical term?
Yeah.
Commandeer.
Commandeers. Yeah.
Yes, he commandeers a vehicle. The dude's like, how am I going to get it back? And then he fucking just takes it and ruins this guy's car.
Hey, I know that we're in this scene, but it's scenes like this that make me think of like first world problems. It's like, how did that guy ever get his car back?
Yeah, he didn't.
Like he just calls the police. Yeah, some cop took my car.
What was the guy's badge number?
Yeah,
I didn't get it. What did he look like? He's a white guy,
balding.
Yeah. Well, let's see if any police officers were involved in a chase today. Hey, Popeye, did you take this guy's car? The fuck you talking about? I didn't take any cars. And boom, just like that dude gets fucked.
Dude, that shit.
So anyway,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say this car chase, man. This is like the chariot race in Ben-Hur, man. Like I've heard this referred to with such reverence over the years when people talk about this movie, and so I was really excited to see the car chase, and I felt like it lived up to everything I was hoping it would be.
It was very good.
Yeah. So Jason, you're usually a research guy. Did you do some research on this car chase?
No, I did not. I did some research on. I got stuck down a rabbit hole.
All right.
So
the good thing is I did some research on the car chase. So the filming of the car chase actually happened in live traffic.
Yeah.
So this is like these were not stunt drivers that were around him. These were actual drivers. And the first wreck that happens, like the first one that really like dents the side of the car, that's not supposed to happen.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen at all. And dude, that motherfucker gets hit and he keeps on trucking. Now the next accident he has, and then the one where he almost kills the lady with the baby carriage, those are supposed to happen.
I would hope so.
Yeah, but then the last one, where that truck moves out of the way and then he sideswipes into that wall, that's not supposed to happen. Like as far as him hitting that wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Look at that. Look. Also, another fun fact. I don't. How many? Do we know how many cars were used?
2.
Okay, because those old cars, they don't have crumple zones, and so like there's a couple of those collisions where like the front fender just collapses.
Yeah.
Somebody who's owned one of those cars, usually that just ruptures the tire right off. And also, like after he hit that wall, yeah, he's not open.
Yeah, he was struggling. I mean, he was struggling to hold himself up to shoot the guy.
Yeah, yeah, he was hurting.
And
Yeah.
he does not believe in arresting people because he never says freeze.
He just says, "Hey, Johnny Ringo!"
I was about to say it.
What?
And then shot, get him right in the back.
He shot that dude. He shot him as he was running, right?
Yeah, back up the stairs.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he wasn't gonna be able to make it up those stairs. So, and this dude killed he killed at least 2 people.
Yeah. Well,
and who knows what happened to the guy driving the train? I mean, he had a heart attack because of it. He's probably dead too.
Well, didn't the train crash? Didn't the implication that the train crashed?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what happened to all the people that were on it.
The stupidest. Okay, so another part that got me was the assassin shoots a cop inside the train. The people who work for the rail line walk past the dead policeman all the way to the front, and this guy confronts him with the gun drawn.
Yeah.
And the stupid moron that's in the front of this little group says, "Hey, you're not going to get away with it." And he starts walking toward dude, he already shot a cop. You're nobody.
Yeah, you're toast.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that until you just said that. Yeah, that's really fucking dumb.
Yeah, he made a bad career choice that day.
Yeah. Well, the car chase scene, I think is hands down the best scene in the movie. A couple other ones I had the opening scene where the sniper guy shoots this random guy in the face and then just fucking bites off a piece of his bread.
Dude, I know.
I was like, God damn, dude, insult to injury.
Yeah.
And I tried to pause the movie where like this dude gets shot and like all of a sudden his whole face is painted red. And then like the next scene, it's not painted red anymore. So it's like they just exploded like a mannequin face or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. And the other scene I had was just a scene that we were talking about a second ago where Popeye was following Charnier, whatever.
Yeah.
Just following him around after he got out of the hotel without being noticed. And they get down to the fucking subway. And
dude, they're going in
they're
and
both
out.
doing the whole gimmick in and out of the train. Yeah. Oh, that shit was so funny. And then he gives him the little wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he pretty much knew that was the guy following him the whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I guess aged poorly.
Dave, did I say my favorite scene, Dave?
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. We kept talking about that scene for so long, dude. I was fucking...
Go ahead, Fossil.
Times. Mine's going to be the scene in which we have the partner. Jimmy opened the door.
Yep.
Because Popeye is handcuffed to his bed from some rando chick that he picked up who was riding a bicycle.
Yeah, he's got a thing for these girls in these boots.
Yeah, dude, he's got something. I don't know what it is exactly. He's got some kind of fetish.
Yeah, because he's trying to pick up that chick whenever they're waiting for Sal to come out of the bar so they can follow him for that night. And he tries to pick up that chick in the white boots too.
Yeah, who's walking by? He's like, "Hey, what about those boots?"
Yeah,
This is so weird.
But that scene plays out so well because it's one on one hand it's funny, but on the other hand, these two like the way the scene plays out, you get the sense that these two guys are really close and that they've been working together for a really long time. And there's nothing that either one of these guys is like not seen from the other.
Yep.
So it's good character building, and really shows you the teamwork of the group.
That's true. That's you get that sense throughout the entire movie that, I mean, these guys, I don't know if they actually say how long they've been partners together, but you get the sense that they regardless of how long they've been partners together, they really do know each other.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Dave, age poorly.
Age poorly. I think overall the police work in general has aged poorly.
I have just police tailing abilities.
Yeah.
Like, man, they suck at this shit.
They do.
Well, I mean, also forget the fact that like a lot of the stuff that they portray in this movie would never fly today, right? Like, pretty much commandeering vehicles, shooting people in the back as they run away. Well, that might have
going into an all black bar and harassing these guys because they're all black,
taking all of their drugs and mixing it into a cocktail container,
and then not really arresting anybody. I guess they arrested 2 of them, maybe. I don't even know.
They were just there for information. That's the other part. That whole scene was simply so he could go meet his informant.
Yep.
Yes. Even in the beginning, or whenever they bust that one drug guy from that same bar, I think.
I think so. And they tackle him in the fucking field and beat his ass.
They're just beating him up. And then
I was like, oh, no.
It's so bad, dude.
Yeah.
You know, the language that Popeye uses throughout the movie is fairly derogatory. It's actually very
below
derogatory.
Average.
Yeah, just overall. I mean, and then again, like at the very end, you have the big bust. You're about to make the big bust, and you block one bridge, right? Like, there's the police work in general.
Yeah,
is subpar.
I feel like one of the things that y'all want to talk about for age poorly is something I disagree with, but I think y'all are going to think that the ending of the movie ages poorly.
No,
I didn't mention that.
The ending for me, I did not like the ending. And then you said that it's based on actual events because that's the way it plays out. And when it ends, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, see, I didn't know it was based on a true story either.
Yeah, so then when you said it's based on a true story, I'm like, oh, okay. Let me refigure this out, because then if you go into it knowing that it's based on actual events, that's how that moment ended, and then it tells you like what happened to everybody after that moment.
I could be a complete moron. But does it mention anywhere in the movie, like, does it say at the very beginning of the movie based on actual events?
No,
I never saw that.
Okay.
No, but it's based off of that book. Whatever that was there. Yeah, it's based off of the book.
Okay. Okay, so something for me that aged poorly, and this is not actually anything that's wrong with this movie. This is just a blanket statement for most movies made in the 70s. God awful soundtrack.
Oh, shit. Dude, I am so with you. God damn, that music sucks.
And it's so loud.
Yes, it is.
It's I don't know how much louder it is, but however loud that is, it's just way too loud for this movie.
Dude, I can tell you they're proud of that shit too, because the first person that gets credit in this film is the goddamn composer. Like the first person they bring up, right as the credits hit, is the composer.
Yeah,
I don't remember feeling any particular way about the music.
Ooh,
I also don't remember the music being memorable.
Yeah,
so.
Go back, Dave. Like, I know you don't want to go back and rewatch this, but if you just want to get a sense of how bad this music is, go back and just turn it up a little bit and watch the scene where he starts following Charnier from the hotel until he loses him on the subway.
Okay.
Dude, it is so bad because it's just constant barrage of music at you, and then it finally cuts away whenever they get down to like going off and on the subway.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a sign of the times. Like, they really loved the loud, clangy music back in the 70s as soundtracks.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else that aged poorly or any other issues or anything?
No, I think I brought up most of mine.
Yeah. What about aged well?
I have is kind of a 1-2 punch for me. Maybe they don't really go along with each other, but I have like realism / overall just direction of the film.
Yeah.
As my age, well, like, although I did kind of just make fun of how all the cops are and everything, like I think overall, like the just the direction, it does feel like this is how police officers really do, or at least in the 70s really did conduct their business, right? You know, a lot of long nights, a lot of just sitting in cars, a lot of just following people constantly. And I did like the direction of the film. Like I did like the way it was shot, and everything looked good from a visual perspective.
I mean, it was nominated for an Oscar for cinematography, Dave.
Yeah, and it won for best direction. So I mean, it's good. Yeah, but like I said, I feel like the movie obviously could have been better, but that wasn't because of the direction. I think I think just my issue's more in line with like the way the story is. But if it's based on a true story, then that's kind of nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say something for me. It's similar in the vein of what Dave said as far as aged well. It's just the weaving of the story as we move from person to person, from lead to lead. Once the story actually picks up the pace and the chase is on, like I felt like if you want to call it editing or just the film work, for moving from the person being followed to the follower, to the next person being followed to the follower, and it all kind of just kind of the flow that the movie goes with, I thought was well made, and I feel like it holds up, even though we might laugh at the police work of the 70s. Like you can see them trying to make progress and how hard it was to get this shit together.
Yeah.
And you can only imagine trying to do this in a city the size of New York.
Yeah. Besides Gene Hackman, which we kind of talked about earlier, I had him in Age Well. The other thing I had was just the idea of the anti-hero. Yes. I think this is an early representation of the anti-hero where, in future movies, obviously you get like the John McClanes of the world, the Stone Cold Steve Austins, right? Maybe even Walter White and Tony Soprano. Just guys that maybe they're generally more bad guys, or just, they're not superheroes, right? They're not super clean guys. Maybe they do things the wrong way, but to get to a good ending, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel like I don't know if this is the earliest representation of an anti-hero, but it's the oldest movie I've seen that has that trope in it. So I thought that aged well, because we all, everybody loves a good anti-hero.
Yep.
All right, last category here. Is this movie rewatchable?
I think there's no chance it's rewatchable. I would never want to watch this movie ever again from start to
Dave,
finish.
let's say you're on vacation, okay?
All right.
And you turn on the TV in the hotel, and it's TBS, okay? And instead of playing Friends or Seinfeld this day, or on Star Wars Day, all they did was play Star Wars all day. Let's say they're playing The French Connection, okay? And you turn it on, and he's just commandeered that guy's vehicle. Are you at least in for the whole car chase scene?
Sure, but that's not what we're asking.
I know. Look, the movie's not rewatchable at all.
Okay,
I would have no desire to rewatch this movie.
Yeah, I would only rewatch this if I knew that the person I was going to make watch it was like going to love the shit out of this movie.
Yeah.
Because then I would get enjoyment watching them watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good gauge for rewatchable that I don't know if we've really hit on yet. Josh and I talked about that just in our own private conversation, but and maybe we add this or whatever. But is a movie rewatchable if you're watching it with someone else who's not seen it? Like, is that a separate category, or would you keep that in rewatchable?
Yeah, well, that'll come up pretty soon here when we do Sixth Sense.
Yeah, but what would you say to that question for this movie? If you were watching it with somebody who had not seen it, who was interested in seeing it? Would you let them watch it by themselves, or
no? I mean, I guess I'd rewatch it with them because it's not. I mean, it's an hour, like an hour 45. It's nothing like major, and it's good enough in that
It's
sense.
not like a
rewatch
3.5 hour silent movie.
Right. So I mean, I'd rewatch it in that sense, but I'm not seeking it out.
Gotcha. You're not recommending them to watch it. They'd have to bring it up to you.
Yeah, if it came up, I'd say, "Hey, man, you should definitely watch it."
Without
And
me,
if they said, "Will you watch it with me?" I'd be like, "Okay."
you would definitely look. They would know that you're disappointed for sure.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what's not going to be disappointing?
What's that?
The next movie on the AFI list.
Yeah.
Number 92, Goodfellas.
Oh shit. Hey, before we get too far removed, I have an interesting tidbit.
Oh yeah.
So when you watch the movie, there's a few sections in the beginning where they're trying to piece this together, and they go to I guess their police captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That person who's Walt Simonson, his real name is Eddie Egan. He is the actual Doyle.
Yeah, he's the real guy.
He's the real guy. Now, just for pretext, this guy was NYPD for 15 years and is responsible for 8,000 arrests.
Pretty good.
It's quite a few.
Yeah, not too shabby. Now, the kind of screwed up thing was, soon after this film was released, Egan asked to retire from the NYPD. Now, on his retirement day in November of 1971, he was actually fired from the NYPD for failing to make court appearances in conjunction with open cases and failing to turn in contraband weapons and narcotics, losing him his pension.
Yeah, I read that.
Now, he did win an appeal and got his pension reinstated. I just thought that was interesting that the actual guy is in this movie.
Yeah.
And he went on to do some acting, mostly as a cop of some kind in different roles in different movies. So, I mean, he made a little bit of a career after.
You know what I thought you were going to bring up? One other little tidbit that I I forgot to bring up earlier. So, whenever they meet the French actor and they're trying to get that guy to be the patsy, right?
Yeah.
Do you know where they meet him at?
Is that the Chateau d'If?
It is the Chateau d'If.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was like, man, that looks familiar.
I was like, dude, motherfucking Count of Monte Cristo popping up everywhere.
Dang.
Dude, that's just like just like the what is that? The movie that we were watching, the other movie.
Oh, Without Remorse.
Yeah.
With Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce is that movie. I'm like, fucking Count of Monte Cristo is Follow Me Everywhere.
Okay,
everywhere, man.
So I got a few questions.
All right.
That I have now. When the chief says, this is right after the assassination attempt, or he actually, it was right before the assassination attempt. There's that car accident, and there's the dead bodies in the car, blood everywhere. Gene Hackman and his partner both show up. There's some yelling and screaming.
Oh yeah.
And the chief, who is the actual guy, says to him, "You're off special units, and the 60 days is up, and nothing happened. We didn't get it. It's over." And literally nothing changes.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Nothing.
I think he's just doing that in his own time. He's working his caseload during the day, and he's tracking the French guy in his own time.
Maybe. Okay, so next part. The car. The French actor's car.
Yeah.
They dismantle the fuck out of this car.
How did they put that motherfucker back together? Like perfect.
That car is gone for 4 hours.
Yeah.
They stripped this car. So like the last straw
cut
for
the
me,
oil pan off.
Yes. They cut the pan off, and then to get to the rocker panels, they shear the bolts off.
Yeah.
So there ain't no putting this fucking thing back together. Not to mention that Gene Hackman just reaches in there with his hands and just rips shit out. And they give this car back to the owner, and like there ain't nothing wrong with it.
I know, like I thought they were going to take him over there, and this thing was going to be in pieces.
Yeah,
and like, we got you, motherfucker.
Exactly. That's what I thought was going to happen. Like I was like, oh, see this guy's face.
Yeah.
And then they get back to the cars, like, here you go, not a scratch on it, huh?
He's like, how long did they make these guys wait?
Yeah, well, that was it. It was 4 hours.
What we don't know, and it's not clear, and I guess they could easily say this, is the back and forth that we were seeing of them trying to find the drugs and the guys waiting for the car to be found in the police garage. We assume that was happening at the same time, but it could have been different timelines.
Could have been some Tarantino type shit.
It couldn't have been that long because, like he says, like the car was taken or whatever the night before. So they took it at, what was it, like 4 o'clock in the morning? Because he says, hey, what time is it?
Yeah.
And so from the time that they report the car missing and find out it's at the police station, from the time he gets to the police station, it's 4 hours. So they might have had this car for total 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I mean, they stripped this fucking car down to nuts and bolts. And worse. Like they gut this car.
Dude, I thought
together.
I thought when they took the drugs out, like when they were doing the drug deal, that the drugs weren't even going to be there, or that the drugs were going to test.
They're going to be
poorly.
swapped. Yeah.
That was okay. So that was another part that kind of, like they put the drugs back in, I guess, so they could make sure that they busted them with the drugs.
Yeah.
Now, look, conspiracy theory. What would have happened if they'd done that and they only found like one little baggie? Like, who would have known if they'd have just stuffed another 100 pounds worth of fucking heroin in there and then busted these guys with, a juiced up amount of heroin?
I guess everybody that was in the room.
Just saying.
Honor system, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Those
are good questions.
All right. Any other concerns? Anything else we want to talk about the movie?
No. I mean, like I said, it's not a strong recommend. I feel like people who are going to enjoy this most is going to be one, big Gene Hackman fans. If you're a big Gene Hackman fan, you're going to enjoy this movie probably regardless of what we say. If you're really big on, I don't want to say period pieces because like the 70s wasn't that long ago, but like if you're really big on, 60s and 70s era crime movies, I feel like this is gonna be up your alley.
Look, I'll say this: I have no fucking idea how this has a 98% on Rotten Tomato. I mean,
it's certainly not a 98% movie for me, but it's good. It's a good movie.
It's good enough.
No, let me tell you what's not good. Invincible. Okay, and we're going to talk about that for the whole first season next week. So
it isn't good. It's great.
Yes. Oh yeah. It is literally.
Let me ask you a question.
It might be the best thing I've seen all year.
Are we going to give the whole first season and overall a should-a-meter score?
Yes.
Okay. Prepare for worse than Mortal Kombat scores here.
I'll just have a 1 ready.
Prepare for worse than Blade Runner.
It's fine.
Wait, I want you to keep that energy and try and convince us that the season finale sucks dick.
Listen, here's my plan for tomorrow is I'm going to watch the whole season again tomorrow and end on the season finale.
Okay.
All right.
That way I can look, it's my goal to watch all this shit twice before we get there, just to make sure that, I've been able to digest it. Anyway, that's a conversation for next week. Until then,